May the peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you. Dear brothers, sisters, and friends, welcome to Love and Sad Stories, where we dive into the heartaches and whispers of love that hit too close to home. Today's story is Felix's, an 18-year-old trapped in a love he can't confess, ruining his life one sleepless night at a time. Listen closely and feel the pain of loving someone who might never be yours. Let's begin.
She's asleep on my arm, and I'm wide awake, ruining my own life in slow motion. You ever lie next to someone you love and know they don't belong to you? That's me, Felix, 18, supposed adult, emotional disaster. The girl breathing against my ribs right now, that's Aurora. She doesn't sleep. She fights sleep, kicks, rolls, steals every inch of blanket like it owes her money. We used to blame it on childhood nightmares. But now, it's not cute anymore. It's dangerous. Because somewhere between best friend and it's complicated, my body forgot the memo. And I'm terrified that if she wakes up like this, she'll finally see it. The thing I've been hiding since we were kids. I am so stupidly, hopelessly in love with her.
Last night was supposed to be harmless. Movie, drinks, jokes, same trio as always. Me, Aurora, and John. I ended up here, my room, a blanket for it like we never grew up. I put myself between Aurora and John like it was some noble sacrifice. Truth is, I just wanted to be the one she kicked all night, because this is the only way I get to hold her without confession or consequences.
She's snoring now. Quiet, clumsy little sounds that would annoy anyone who didn't love her. Our aunties always joked she sounded like a baby tractor. We rolled our eyes. Lying here, I realize they were right, and I hate that I love it. She kept talking last night, even as she fell asleep, about some imaginary room between what's real and what we pretend. Aurora, sleepy, slurred, whispering, "I'm cleaning it, Felix, the space between what we say and what we mean." I laughed it off in the moment, but lying here now, her head on my chest, I realize that's where I live, in that room between pretend and reality.
John's in the bathroom throwing up the way only 19-year-old bravado can. He's my other best friend. Loud, loyal, brutally honest in ways I'm not ready for. He knows. He's always known. Every time I pretend I'm fine, I can feel him wanting to shake me.
And the worst part? I have a girlfriend, Seraphina. Perfect, bright, complicated Seraphina. Somewhere above the ocean right now, coming home from her solo Europe trip. Her therapist said she needed to prove to herself that she can survive without anyone to perform for. She did it. She kept herself safe. She made choices for herself. She actually grew. And here I am, lying under a blanket fort with another girl on my chest, planning to break her heart when she lands. Tell me, how do you forgive yourself for the truth you didn't mean to grow?
John comes back from the bathroom. Heavy footsteps. Heavier silence. I shut my eyes, pretending to sleep, arm still wrapped around Aurora like a confession I won't say out loud. He lifts the edge of the blanket and sees us. I don't see his face, but I feel his disappointment, like a light turned on in a room I wanted to keep dark. Later, when I sit beside him on the couch, he doesn't yell. That would be easier. John, low, tired, pause. "Felix, you're not just in deep, you're drowning." I want to tell him he's wrong, that I've got this, that I know what I'm doing, but I can't even convince myself. Here's the part I never admit. Aurora doesn't flirt with me. She doesn't tease. She doesn't play games. She just looks at me like someone who's known me forever. And my heart, every time, scrambles the signal, turns friend into maybe into what if. You ever fall in love with the way someone sees you, even when you know they're not seeing you the way you wish? John keeps talking, trying to be the emotionally intelligent guy he never signed up to be. John, firm, whispering, "She'd have to be blind not to see you're gone for her, Felix." I tell him she thinks it was just an old crush, something I outgrew, like a band tee. The lie tastes bitter the second it leaves my mouth. He asks about Seraphina, about the breakup I keep promising and delaying. I say I'll end it when she lands. He gives me this look, like he's watching me walk into traffic in slow motion. Inside the tent, Aurora stirs. She makes a small sound, half whimper, half sigh, and for a second I feel my whole future rearrange around that sound. I slide my arm away before she wakes up and wonders why her best friend is holding her like a secret. She curls into herself, chasing the warmth I just took back. I let myself look at her face for 1 second too long. She is unfairly beautiful, unreasonably herself, brilliant and messy, and somehow both invincible and hurting. People think she's dramatic, a bit of a princess. They just don't realize she's from a whole different planet, trying to speak our language without a manual. She runs to the bathroom, finally awake, hungover and miserable. I say I should check on her. John just repeats the same words. Then what? He's not asking about the next 5 minutes. He's asking about the next 5 years, the next city, the next person Aurora falls for, the day I watch her love someone else the way I love her. I know exactly what will happen. We'll move away. We'll share dorm kitchens and late-night walks and inside jokes with new people. One day, she'll come back from a date glowing in a way she's never glowed for me. And that will be the day I break in half and still choose to stay. So why don't I walk away now before that happens? Because right now, she needs me. Her other friendships are cracking. She's lost in a crowd that doesn't understand the strange, bright, hurting way her brain works. And I would rather burn quietly than leave her standing in the dark alone. If you're listening to this, maybe you've been here too. Maybe you've loved someone who only ever offered you almost. Maybe you've stayed, even after you knew the ending would hurt. I'm going to break up with Seraphina tomorrow. She doesn't deserve the half-life I'm giving her. And Aurora, she'll never hear this version of the story. She'll just remember a summer where we laughed too loud, stayed out too late, and built forts like we weren't scared of the future. Me? I'll remember the weight of her head on my chest, and the moment I realized love can feel like holding someone who's already walking away. If there's a room between pretend and reality, I think I finally know where I live. And sooner or later, I'm going to have to decide whether I'm brave enough to walk out of it.
And that's Felix's story. A love that lives in the space between pretend and reality, breaking quietly in the dark. Thanks for joining Love and Sad Stories. If this touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe for more. Drop a comment. Have you ever loved from the almost zone? See you in the next one. Remember me in your prayers. May God bless you.